Thanks for joining us on Blue Notes, Dom.
Thanks for having me.
So, in this rapidly changing world of transformation, a lot of people are having to learn new ways of working. What advice do you have for employees about how to stay current and hireable in this changing time?
Yeah, great question. I think whenever you're looking to learn something new, I think the first step for me is always, what's the thing you can unlearn? What's the thing that used to work for you that you can stop doing? Maybe it's not paying a dividend, maybe it's not going to be relevant for you in your future role. And how can you use the freedom you get from stopping that to try something new? I think if you're constantly trying to learn and acquire new knowledge, you might not necessarily have the time or the mental capacity to be successful with that. So make sure you want to learn something.
That's fantastic advice. There's also this concept of change fatigue in organisations. Do you have any advice for businesses in how to protect their people from change fatigue in these times of uncertainty?
Yeah, again, I think fatigue is something that's going to happen. Change is so prevalent these days in organisations, and there's so much going on. I think you can try and buffer them from that change fatigue. The other thing you can do is make sure you explain to them the real compelling reason why you're making the change. What's the purpose? And I think people that understand why they're doing something, it's a lot easier for them to make that change, and it's less tiring. If I don't know why I'm doing something and I'm changing for the sake of changing, it's exhausting.
It is exhausting. For our business leaders, a lot of them are having to evolve their own practices as well in these changing times, and they often get conflicting expectations from their way of working as well as their employees. Any advice to leaders in this space?
I think one of the things I've sort of personally learnt recently is you've got to be the true, authentic version of yourself. If you try and maintain a work version of Alicia, a home version of Alicia, a parent, a daughter, a sibling version of Alicia, it's going to be exhausting. And actually what's really valuable is how can you take that style, that authentically you, and bring it to work every single day. And I think if you can do that and embrace the freedom and time that gives you, you're going to be a great leader, you're going to be a great member of society, you're going to have great outcomes.
Thank you so much for your time today on Blue Notes.
Thanks for having me.